We kick things off with Thursday, and the entire world was still sifting through the Epstein Files due to the monumental number of documents in the latest dump.
To the fallout from the latest release of the Jeffrey Epstein documents, they include communications between the rich and powerful.
Quite a bit to go through, more than 3 million pages, 2,000 plus videos. And in terms of the number of images, more than 180,000.
If you piled all the documents released on top of one another, we're told it will be twice the height of the Eiffel Tower.
Yes, as is known, the Awful Tower. It's also equal to 30 Great Pyramids or 80 big pineapples worth of incriminating evidence. The new files feature familiar names like Musk, Gates, Branson and Bannon, as well as Hollywood elites like Steve Titch, who produced Forrest Gump, the story of a slow-witted hero who accidentally witnesses the biggest events in history. And also Brett Ratner, who produced Melania, the story of a slow-witted hero who accidentally witnesses the biggest events in history. But if you think no one in their right mind would want to be associated with Epstein, ex-Prince Andrew's ex-girlfriend Lady Victoria Harvey reckons being on the list was a sign of social status.
So, like, if you were on the scene and you were powerful, like, to be honest, like, if you're not in those files, it would be an insult. Because it just means that you were a bit of a loser.
Right, so the people who aren't in the files are losers.
Yes.
Well, if being in the Epstein Files makes you cool, then this guy is the Fonz. But despite so many names being revealed, the only big name to suffer any consequences is Andrew, whose brother this week dropped a bombshell.
The King has made clear in words and through unprecedented actions his profound concern at allegations which continue to come to light in respect of Mr Mountbatten Windsor's conduct. If we are approached by police, we stand ready to support them.
The King's a snitch! Yeah, you know, I suspected at his coronation he was wearing a wire. The punishment Buckingham Palace had in store for Andrew was positively draconian.
Finally forced out. The former prince, now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, has officially left Royal Lodge and will live in a home on Sandringham Estate in Norfolk.
Wood Farm Cottage is where he's gone to. He will stay there until the renovations are complete at Marsh Farm.
Yes, Andrew is being kicked out of his large mansion into a medium mansion while renovations are finished on his small mansion. So from Royal Lodge to Wood Farm Cottage to Marsh Farm, it sounds less like a punishment and more like something from The Wind in the Willows. On Friday, things got worse for Andrew from Toad Hall, with news that not all of his Marsh neighbours are happy about his arrival.
These people in the local area, they've gone round and they put posters all over the place. So there's a big welcome to Sandringham sign. They put the poster up there, and there it is. It says, public safety announcements, sweaty nonce in the area.
Hey, that is highly defamatory. I mean, he does not sweat. On top of that, now that he's not a prince, every piece of palace gossip is back under the microscope.
I can tell you some other very nasty things. He has 72 teddy bears on his bed.
Sorry, go on. Yeah.
And the staff have to do a proper line-up on the bed, and someone has to come in and teach them that, otherwise he goes absolutely ballistic.
Staff say it's the first time they've ever seen a Tickle Me Elmo cry. For Saturday, and as the world enjoyed the opening ceremony of the Winter Olympics in Italy, a cheating scandal cast a shadow over one of the game's premier events.
Now, to perhaps the most extreme attempt to gain a sporting advantage you're ever likely to hear about.
Allegations that top ski jumpers have been enlarging their penises with hyaluronic acid.
A scandal now being casually referred to as Penisgate.
One word, Penisgate.
We have to talk about Penisgate.
Penisgate?
페니스 게이트 논란이.
Wow, they don't teach you that on Duolingo. In sporting terms, having a large penis gives ski jumpers a competitive advantage, which makes coming last in ski jumping even more embarrassing. So how how does this all work?
What some ski jumpers have decided, or indeed discovered, is that this area, hang on, let's make this a bit more clear, this area in particular is very, very important.
Yeah, well, I could have told you that. But please, Pablo Dick Carso, continue your game of naughty Pictionary.
Injecting their nether regions with hyaluronic acid, filler basically, they can have a larger appendage and therefore a larger suit in this particular area, getting crucial extra lift and therefore flying faster and further through injecting their genitals.
Whoa. Slow down, Vincent van Gogh. What exactly is this substance athletes are using to turn their chipolata into a mortadella? I'm asking for a friend.
Hyaluronic acid is currently one of the most widely used active ingredients in cosmetics. Unlike Botox, it doesn't paralyze muscles, but instead replenishes tissue.
Basically, it's just a moisturizer. It draws water into it and famously holds on to about 1,000 times its weight in water.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's hyaluronic acid injected into his wang. Doctors say while injecting cosmetic acid into your penis is dangerous, it does make it look 10 years younger. To Sunday, and guess who's back?
The coalition is back. The Liberals and Nationals reuniting after a bitter 17-day split.
Today I can announce with David Littleproud that the Liberals and Nationals are back in coalition.
They both look like they would rather be anywhere but standing side by side, like a divorced couple who hate each other, have signed the paperwork, but pretend to like each other for the sake of the kids.
Two people who absolutely hate each other reuniting because nobody cares about them individually. Well, it worked for Oasis. Hours later, a disastrous news poll found One Nation's primary vote surging past the coalition, which could result in electoral wipeout. But is this the result of internal divisions or a broader trend of Conservatives moving towards far-right parties? Clive Palmer offered a sophisticated, nuanced take.
I can tell you the Liberal Party is a party full of wankers.
It's a fair point, although, according to the polls, they are on track to have fewer wankers than ever before. Moving through to Monday, and Aussie Michael Dixon and his Seattle Seahawks defeated the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. But all eyes were on the halftime performance from Bad Bunny, the first ever performed completely in Spanish. Great stuff, but not everyone was happy.
To get up there and perform the whole show in Spanish is a middle finger to the rest of America. Football, that kind of football, is ours. They call it American football. And the halftime show and everything around it needs to stay quintessentially American. Not Spanish, not Muslim. There should be a meatloaf, maybe some fried chicken, and an English-speaking performer.
Megan, take it from AFL supporters. You do not want a meatloaf at the football. Don't want it. Staying on Monday, and time for another edition of... What the f*** is it this time? This week, Trump has been posting up a storm.
Donald Trump is being condemned for posting a video depicting former US President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle as apes.
US President Donald Trump says he will not apologise after sharing a racist AI-generated video that depicted Barack and Michelle Obama as apes.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt initially defended reposting the video, writing, "This is from an internet meme video depicting President Trump as the king of the jungle and Democrats as characters from The Lion King."
Incredibly racist and totally inaccurate. The only monkey in The Lion King is Rafiki, a crazy shaman healer who practices alternative medicine. And if that's anyone in US politics, it's obviously RFK Jr. With even his Republican allies saying he'd crossed the line, Trump made it clear that the buck stops with him by refusing to apologise and blaming someone else.
And I gave it to the people. Generally, they'd look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't. They posted, and we took it down, and we And I am, by the way, the least racist president you've had in a long time.
Dude, you are barely the least racist president on that plane. But according to Trump biographer Michael Wolff, something else may be to blame for Trump's outburst.
I spoke to people in the White House about this, and their view was, whoa, you know, actually, let me quote, off his meds.
It was off his meds! Yeah, which implies the president is taking medication to not be racist. Thinking of sharing a racist clip with the entire world? Try Clanidol. Take 2 with water, or just inject it directly into your penis. And that was...
What the fuck is it this time?